A storm is a brewing, so finally we get to experience the event that BioWare has been teasing all along. These big world dynamic events where a storm would roll in, the sky would change, as you can see here, it turns red, and then in this case we get a bunch of titans that spawn in and they threaten the fort. So we're basically defending the fort. So we're going to be talking about multiple reactions to this. Very mixed reactions, by the way. As you can see, my Ash Titan completely disappeared, and this trend continued onward for me personally as I dealt with many different bugs and glitches. It was such a bummer, and I'm completely bummed out about that. But on the other hand, my bro Ryan, and here's his perspective, he was facing off against an Ash Titan and had an absolute blast, and that was the same experience for my buddy Emil, who was also playing at the time on a different server. So all of us were on different servers experiencing the game, and you know, 2/3 I guess loved it, and then for my experience it was all over the place. I'll tell you what happened in just a moment. So first of all, of course, I'm doing an Anthem giveaway. Check it out in the description below if you want a chance to win a copy on PS4 or Xbox One or PC. But yes, see that description. But yeah, let's get straight into this so you aren't waiting for my opinion here. So yeah, of course, I heard about the event through social media. I was like, okay, so it's finally happening. Here it is. And then I hopped into the game. I was, of course, greeted by this message here. The storm, a strange storm is in the sky. Giants are rumored to walk the land. Head into free play, Freelancer. We need your help beyond the walls. I was like, okay, let's do this. Finally, the event is here. But I was disappointed when I hopped into my first server. The sky was empty. It was nothing like what I was seeing on Twitter, on social media, and elsewhere. I was like, where is this storm? So I immediately backed out. Same thing again. There was no storm at all. Then finally I said, you know what? I'm going to try it on normal difficulty. And that's how I finally ended up on a server with the red glowing hue in the sky. It almost looks like there's like little meteors falling down. So I was like, this is really, really cool. Can't wait to find out what this is all about. So yeah, I began searching the lands. And as you can see, I did meet up with some randoms. And that Titan disappeared. So our first Titan disappeared. We were left kind of confused. We were like, what is going on? That's kind of a bummer. And it would be a real bummer if you were experiencing the Ash Titan battle for the first time. Trust me, you'd be kind of gutted. But I've already experienced facing off against these things several times at events. So here we go. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do this. So it did spawn again. I was like, okay, cool. It's back. The glitch fixed itself, so that's nice. But unfortunately, what did happen here, as you will see here in just a moment, is it freaking disappeared again. The ice grenade was too powerful for it. So it's like, I'm getting out of here. I'm teleporting to an entirely new dimension. But in all seriousness, this was a total bummer that this continued happening. So I was like, okay, calm down. I was kind of in shock. I was like, I can't believe this is freaking happening. This is a big event. This is such a bummer. And then I did search out some, you know, regular enemies. I found a camp here of Star. And I did my ranger thing, bashing them with my, you know, electrical melee move there. And I was, you know, trying to stay positive. I need to find another Titan. And then, what in the hell? Everything disappeared. All the enemies, the entire camp. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. So I was completely bummed out. Then another world event did spawn in. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go check this out. I'm going to hope this is a Titan up here or something. And it wasn't. It was a bunch of Ursics. I faced those guys before. They're still fun to face. But I was like, I want something new from this world event. I'm totally bummed right now. And I was like, okay, science relics here. We have fragments that we need to recover. We have 0 out of 6. The story, trust me, just stay with me here. You'll understand what I'm about to tell you. So I did pick it up. And let's just fast forward here. I didn't realize I had it on my back at the time. But I did try dropping it off at the objective area. And it would not work. I was like, how many glitches am I running into right now this is just like an extreme problem. I'm still asking, you know, my buddy Emil and my bro Ryan, how is your time in Anthem? And they're like, it's great. You know, I'm like, so my time in Anthem is just, I'm cursed. I don't know what is happening today. So, yeah, many different problems that I ran into for sure with my time with Anthem. And that's just a bummer to report. But, you know, I was like, I have to make a video, I have to get something out. And, yeah, I couldn't find another Ash Titan in time. And then also the Lesser Titans. I did battle some of those. Those didn't disappear, so there is that to report. So, yeah. But, yeah, total bummer this happened for sure. And, yeah, I wanted to let you guys know. Let me know if any of you guys actually experienced this. But officially, BioWare, they're aware of this problem that they're having with this major glitch where enemies would disappear and they're basically despawning and de-evolving. So they are going to be adjusting that in the future. It definitely, absolutely is one of my biggest problems with the game right now. It's just such a pain in the butt. I've had it happen to other enemies before, and it's just such a bummer when you really want to get into the action and experience something, especially as big as this. Now, I have seen some other opinions about this, you know, event. Some people really love it, and that's great to hear. Then some people are kind of underwhelmed by it. They're noticing also that this storm looks nothing like what was promised in the initial E3 trailer. You guys may remember that massive, huge storm as it rolled in, and you know, tons of effects were going on. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but let me show you the end result of this. You could see what it I was hoping that this is what it was going to look like, to be blunt, and I don't know if that's going to be in the future. I'm hoping that it is. So hopefully that we do see something that's more extreme in terms of weather effects. I've actually seen more storms that are like more extreme than what we experience now, just dynamically roaming free roam. So, you know, I wanted this right here. I wanted something like that was just so crazy. And, yeah, we're going to get into more replies from, of course, you know, EA about the Shaper storms and stuff like that. So, yes, let's get into that right now, shall we? So, this is out on Twitter. This comes from Barry, who says, if an orange sky and a few different enemies is all this event is, I'm worried for the full game. If there is something big happening, maybe drop a timer to when it's happening so people don't waste their time. And the response comes from community manager AJ, who says this, the demo is just a taste of content, mate. This isn't the full game. So, yeah, that's something to always remember. You know, we haven't seen, you know, anything from the other interesting enemies like the Fury and stuff like that, but from my experience, this is more like an alpha. This is more like a beta. This isn't a demo. That was very rough. Well, very rough what I went through with all the bugs, back-to-back bugs, as you clearly saw. So yeah, they need to address that for the full launch of the game. And again, I'm bummed out that I have to report on this, because I thoroughly enjoy the actual gameplay for Anthem. The world is beautiful, in my opinion. For sure, although it doesn't match the E3 presentation, it's still a gorgeous game. Like, no matter what, it's still really beautiful. But, yeah, totally bummed about what happened with my experience for sure. Now, we have some additional comments from the latest news about Anthem. So these are your top comments from my recent videos that I want to go over. Remember, you can always leave a comment down below, and it may end up right here in a video. So let's do this. Let's do this. So, Josh says this, an online multiplayer game that focuses on PvE and team play? Hell froze over, boys and girls. Where is the Battle Royale crap snuck in? So stoked to hear only PvE-focused updates and information drops. Hype. Yes, I totally agree. You know, I think this is something that a lot of people want, is a PvE experience. It's kind of why I want Anthem to succeed in the long run. So, yeah, hopefully they can get those errors nailed down. And yeah, I don't think this game will ever have Battle Royale. It's not going to be a Battle Royale game. PvP is a different story, but me personally, I think they should focus hardcore on what is working, which is going to be the PvE experience, at least when it is actually working. Sometimes it isn't working, as you could clearly see from this video, but yes, PvE for the win. All right, next top comment comes from Straight Fact, who says, this game has potential. Let's not listen to people's negative reviews on this because people hate on everything. It's not even done yet. And bro, I've been watching you since Destiny 1. Happy to see you're still making videos. Thanks, man. Thanks for sticking with me for so long. I think I actually remember you commenting on a video long ago. But yeah, I do get where people are being apprehensive about this game. They have confirmed that a lot of bug fixes are being worked on with this game. I think that they should have called this a beta. I really do think that that would have been a smarter decision to call what we are experiencing a beta for sure. But even still, we're so close to launch. This stuff needs to be fixed. But overall, you know, my experience has been, in my opinion, a positive one. I really enjoyed the strongholds, just that this time around, I don't know what the hell happened. All right, next up we have Holy Moly Gaming, who says, I really like the game, of course. Some things need to be fixed, like the loading screens, and the layers need to be better. And yes, it looks downgraded compared to the first E3 2017 trailer, but the gameplay and gunplay feels really good, and the missions are fun. Can't wait for the full game. Yeah, exactly my sentiment there. So yeah, you know, I guess you can overlook this downgrade stuff. Again, I think that these companies need to be a lot more careful when it comes to presenting their games, especially at first. The downgraded stuff, I thought we were beyond that, especially after what happened with the first Division game. So it's still a bummer to realize that the game has indeed been downgraded. So hopefully next time around, EA learns from this mistake. You'd think that they would never make this mistake, considering the backlash the Division got. So, again, let's not do this in the future. Let's just show the game, you know, as is. All right. DJ Nigawin says, don't you guys feel like you're overhyping the game? Every time I look at the comments, I see lots of you guys being overexcited, and you guys probably pre-ordered the game. You guys aren't worried about the little content that will be released and about buying more DLC after the $60 price tag. Right now, it reminds me of how Destiny 2 launched with little to no content, then later released DLC to add more content. This is an EA game and made by BioWare, who didn't do so great with Mass Effect Andromeda. I even played the demo and it felt very underwhelming. Literally, from what I have been reading about the content in the game when you do buy, it is 3 strongholds, free play, and just some extra difficulties. Yeah, so the big concern right now is definitely the in-game content and how, you know, much longevity this game will have. So 3 strongholds definitely doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, you do have the legendary contracts, which I have played. Those are super hard. Like, those are freaking fun. I did play those at the event. And then you have the Shaper Storms, which right now, you know, if they're like what I experienced today, I'm gonna be worried. Like, I will be worried about those, but hopefully the Shaper Storms are a bit more, you know, have a bit more oomph to them when we get into the full game. You never know. So only time will tell what happens with this game. So stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you updated on all things Anthem. But that was the experience overall. You had Ryan, who really enjoyed the this storm event, and then my buddy Emil really enjoyed it. He didn't have much problems with the Titans disappearing. And then for me, I was the one that had the big glitch going on. This big, weird, I don't know what the issue was. It just seemed to be a very universal issue. I don't know if there was too much information loaded in on one area, because from what I understand, that's what it is about. They offload that information. There's too many, like, AI, bloop, and it disappears. So, yeah, that was my experience. Kind of bummed out about that one. But, yeah, guys, look forward to more here on Open World Games. Stay tuned. I got you guys covered about all things Anthem and Open World Gaming goodness. Hopefully we hear more about Borderlands 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 soon. I'm getting antsy. I want some more news about those games. But thanks, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you next time. Take care.